What's up, everybody? Nicholas Kuzmich here from nicholaskuzmich.com. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. I'm just coming back from dropping my daughter off at school. Hey, before I forget, if you are interested, if you are in a place where you're growing your business and you would like my help personally to do it. Look, I've helped thousands of people grow their business and grow it in a much easier way than they would have thought, in a way that doesn't require you to do 100,000,001 things, in a way that doesn't add stress because you have more stuff to do, but actually remove stress because you have a lot less to do, and still get a much better result. I call this kind of result netting up, where you are doing less work but getting an even better result. Hey, if that's you, workwithnick.com. Fill out the brief application there. We'll hop on a call, discuss how I might be able to help you personally, customized for you, and we'll talk about that further. Now, in today's video, I want to discuss how one phone call, well, actually a lack of a phone call, actually cost somebody over $105,000. A 5-minute phone call that could have made this person $105 or more $1,000, but instead resulted in the big old zero. Here is the scenario. I am currently in the process of selling and listing my house. Now, I've had the good fortune over the last years to do quite well in business, which means I live in a quite nice of a house, multi-million-dollar house, and we've just been having some things with it, and we wanted to even further customize this. It's a beautiful custom-built house, and we love it, and it's beautiful, and all that, but we're looking to potentially move. So I called up a real estate agent. In fact, I called up the real estate agent who helped me buy the house in the first place. Now, really and truly, I don't know why I did this, because the experience that I had with that individual wasn't all that great. And I told myself, you know what? Probably not going to call him again because the experience wasn't all that great. But despite the fact that it wasn't that great, he has this amazing reputation. In fact, I believe he was known for selling one of the most expensive houses in my city. And coming from Toronto, we have overinflated real estate prices, and so the real estate's quite expensive here. So I thought, you know what the heck? I will give him a call and see what's going on. So we had a quick brief call. He was in the middle of lunch, and he said this. Watch this. He said, "Nick, I will call you back in 5 minutes. Is that okay? At that point, we'll further discuss your situation and we'll see how I might be able to best help you." I said, no problem, 5 minutes, I can easily wait. Let's have this discussion and get this ball rolling. So, we hung up the phone. I went about doing my work, going about doing my business. 5 minutes passes, no phone call. 10 minutes passes, no phone call. 15 minutes passes, no phone call. The hours pass and no phone call. In fact, it wasn't until 2 days later that I got a phone call, which I intentionally did not pick up, sent straight to voicemail, and mentally, in my mind, I said, I am sorry, I am no longer going to be working with you. Why? Simple fact. A lack of integrity, right? Integrity, at least in my mind, and there could be a better dictionary definition of this, but integrity, at least in my mind, is defined as someone who follows through on what they say they're going to do. Now, look, I am not judging this guy. There have been several times where I myself have told somebody that I was going to do something, but didn't actually do it. So I'm guilty of this. I'm not saying this from a judgmental standpoint at all. But here's the clincher. If he had just called me back in 5 minutes, or if he couldn't and texted me and said, you know what? No problem, Nick, I gotcha. I'm in the middle of this thing. It's taking longer than I originally thought or anticipated. I'll call you back in just a bit. No problem, right? This could have resulted in us doing business together. He would have sold my house. The commissions on a multi-million-dollar house is at least, you know, a good chunk of change, plus what he would have got for putting us in our new house, etc. The point being here is, oftentimes business owners think that it's the big things that create the big transactions, right? It's the, oh, how do I make great copy, or how do I influence and persuade, or how do I have this like very slick funnel that's going to create the transaction, when most of the time we don't realize that it's the simple things. It's the little things like integrity. It's the small phone call when you say, hey, I'll call you in 5 minutes. and then you do that, which builds trust and confidence, and that trust and confidence is often what results in the actual sale or the actual transaction. So hey, before I forget, anyways, if you've got a business and you're looking to grow that business and you're looking to do it in a way that doesn't add stress but remove stress from your life, if you're looking for the simple things like integrity, right? The simple things, not adding 101 different funnels and I've got a podcast and do this and do that and have 14 million pieces of content out there and I gotta like make all this complicated marketing work. Look, if you are looking to grow your business without adding all that extra to it, right? If you're looking to like do it without all that extra jazz, I would love to see if I can personally help you. I've helped thousands of people, would love to make you one of them. If that's of interest to you, work with Nick, N-I-C, workwithnick.com is the best place to go. Fill out a brief application. We'll hop on the phone. We'll discuss if that's a good fit for you. But for everybody else, hey, the point really here is do not negate the small and simple things. Do not overlook the simple things that make us all human, that make us build trust with one another. And oftentimes that is not the crazy, influential, deep-seated sales secrets that include multi-levels of NLP, right? Those are not you reverse funnel hacking some crazy funnel of a guru that you're following thinking, wow, like if I could just be like that, then I could create the sale. Sometimes it's the simple things. It's when you say you're going to do something, you do it, right? It's when you say that there's a limited time to get this thing, there really is a limited time to get this thing. When you say that, hey, look, there's going to be no replays for this webinar, then there really is no replays and you don't offer the replay, right? Simple things. Here's kind of one of the final takeaways maybe, is that your marketing is not just attracting your primary prospects into your world. Oftentimes your marketing is training the marketplace on how to interact with you, right? So when you say something like, or when you offer an ebook as a lead magnet and they get the ebook and they don't read the entire book, but you're okay with that because you're just doing it to generate the lead, you are training your market to not consume the content that you give out, right? If you say that there are no webinar replays and then you just happen to be like, oh, well, everybody was asking for one, so I'm going to do one, you are training your market to not trust your original word and to not take you seriously when you do things. And so realize that your marketing is in fact training the marketplace on how you do business and how you interact with business. And whether you know it or not, on a subconscious level, people are watching your integrity. People are watching, are you a person of your word? People are watching to see, do you show up the way you say you show up in your words? And all of this actually has a much greater effect on your overall end result of marketing than the actual marketing bit itself. I think that is a great place to finish. Friends, be people of integrity. Be true to your word and realize that oftentimes the bigger transactions are not the result of some savvy marketing. The bigger transactions are the result of the smaller things like integrity, like calling back when you say you would, like following through. I know that's not always possible, but let's commit to doing our best to make that possible. And again, if you're serious about growing your business in simple and effective ways rather than bloated and difficult ways, workwithnick.com. Go there, fill out the application. I would love to hop on a phone and chat with you to see how I might be able to personally help you grow your specific business. I look forward to having that conversation. I look forward for you to get some amazing results as a result of that. All the best. We'll talk again real soon.